Hey moms, this is take 2 of my attempt to start my vlog series with you. I completely canned the first recording I did because it felt so, it didn't feel like my authentic self. I didn't feel like I was sharing my journey but also showing you who I really was. So I completely canned it, starting from scratch, starting all over again. So what I'm going to show you in this video today is pretty much me. Hold on. I just completed week 1 of starting taking conception and taking my temperature, my body temperature daily. So you're going to see clips of when I've done that throughout the week. I also want to share with you my backstory of just my menstrual cycle and kind of everything that's happened with me. So stick around to kind of hear my backstory on that and see how I am adjusting to starting the new process of trying all these great products that I'm working with now. I have to do my makeup on the floor because my daughter took over my vanity. And if I kick her off, you're gonna hear a screaming child throughout this recording. So I'm using my mirror on the floor. I'm okay with sacrifices we have to make. I'm super excited because we're having some construction workers come to my house today and put in a porch. I've been wanting a porch for so long. If you guys know me, I love investing in my home. I love my little home. It's an old home, but it's perfect to me. My bedroom is still it's a work in process, so don't judge all the things you might see that's wrong with it. But I love investing in my home, so I've been very excited for that. So let's talk. So what's happened with me in my period? In my first video, I was telling you guys that I was on birth control for about 10 years before I decided to start trying to conceive with my husband. So the reason I went on birth control, I was like 17 or 18, around there. And I went on it not because I was doing the nitty gritty. It was actually because my period cramps were so bad. I would pretty much almost pass out from the pain. So at first my mom, looking at her young daughter as a pure flower, she didn't want to let me get on birth control. So what I did was that for about 3 months, I would wake her up with me. And I was waking up at 2 in the morning, bawling my eyeballs from the pain. I was over here taking pain medicine like there were Skittles, use the heating packs, and I'm trying to do the little, it was like these little cramp patches here, and I'm here. I was trying everything and nothing was working. And she's up with me 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, hour after pain, realizing that this is intense. Like it's not just, I wasn't trying to lie to her. I was really just trying to manage my pain. So I went and she finally took me to the doctor, but my body took to it so well. All of a sudden, my periods were like clockwork. The pain went away. I would get these little tiny pinches. That was it. That was all I ever got. I stayed on that for a long time, and I didn't come off of it until I got married with my husband. Fun fact, we got legally married after 5 months of dating. Yep. When you know, you know. So we got legally married, but then after that we had our wedding 2 years later, and that's when we wanted to have a baby. So once I fully stopped taking any form of birth control, I'm like, I'm not getting cramps anymore. This is great. And then I started getting those other cramps, and there was 1 month. Oh gosh, like even thinking about it, it really is hard. Okay. There was 1 month I was messaging like 2 of my friends because I'm like, hey, I'm getting dizzy all the time. There was one time I had to sit down and stay on the couch. I couldn't even move. I just sit there and I looked at the ceiling because moving my eyes, just the dizziness was so intense, and then I was getting so nauseous. And I was getting these lower back pains where I'm like, this is it, I'm pregnant. Even my husband was just like, hey, I think you're pregnant this time. I'm like, yeah, me too. And then the excitement started. And just the imagination of everything started, and I started to think like, okay, if it's a boy, if it's a girl, I already know girl names, gosh. How do I want to decorate the room? What theme? How am I gonna surprise my mom? And yeah, that month was the hardest. Even thinking back on it, that month was the hardest. I purchased, gosh, on a given month, I'm taking 4 to 5 pregnancy tests. Literally, I was learning the cheapest places where pregnancy tests I can find. I was learning deals. I was learning everything because I'm just like, and I felt odd because I would like hide to take them because I didn't know if I was. And in that month, I'm taking the test and it's saying I'm not, but I'm like, man, these symptoms, I'm like, maybe it's just too early. It's too early to tell. And so I just gave it time. I'm like, we'll see. And I go to the supermarket and I get home and I hide it and I go to the bathroom and I open it up, about to go to the bathroom, and I got my period. So yeah, but that was the hardest month. All the other months I was able to just kind of just push it down and say, it's God's timing, it's God's timing, it's God's timing, and just keep pushing. And people, I know you come from a good place when you say, just let it happen. I hate that. I hate hearing that. Like, if you know me, there is nothing big that has happened in my life that just happened. I am a huge planner. Everything that big has happened is because I planned it that way. And it's not a control thing. Yeah, it is a control, but it's also where, to me, big events, big things, those things, for me, I don't want to leave them up to chance. I don't want to leave them up and then I'm shuffling trying to figure out, how am I going to handle this new chapter in my life? When everything has happened, it's been such a joyful moment because I planned. Because I planned. So the whole let it happen isn't going to be me. After about 2 months ago, I decided, you know what, I need to take this a little further into my own hands and do some research and see if I need help. I need help and see. And so I'm trying these products. I'm giving myself maybe 3 months, 3 to 4 months. If for some reason I don't get pregnant, heal my heart, and then I am gonna move this further and go back to the doctor and ask for further testing. I need to see if there's something wrong. Do I have endometriosis? Do I have PCOS? Do I have something? Because not all of those things have symptoms. That's that on everything. So I'm gonna finish putting on a little bit of makeup, then I'm gonna have my shake, and then I'm gonna take my conception pills and continue on with my day. This is as nice as it's gonna get. I'm just gonna clean up a little bit, eat my breakfast, and I cannot wait for the construction people to come here already so we can get started on my porch. Finished my breakfast. Shake isn't my ideal breakfast, but had a crazy morning and it's better than not eating at all. Now I'm gonna take my conception pills. So with these, I'm just starting week 2 with it. The daily dose are 2 capsules, but when I was reading the instructions on their website, it says to start off with 1 for the first 2 weeks and then move up to 2 capsules. They say this is something that's going to be helping you balance out your hormones and everything like that. So they don't want you to start off too strong, too fast. So I'm starting week 2, so I'm still only taking my 1 capsule a day. And then starting next week, I'm moving up to my 2 capsules. But wait to the end of this video because I'm going to explain everything I've experienced in the first week of taking my conception pills and also checking my body temperature every single morning. So I haven't started Mirror yet. The reason for that is because that starts tracking your hormones. When I received the package, I was already about 2.5 weeks after my period ended, and I didn't want to use the wands then. I wanted to use them right after a period. So I'm waiting for this month for my period to come and go, and then I'm going to start Mirror. So then you're going to see me start to use that every morning as well. My morning routine before, by checking the thermometer, using Mirror, and taking my conception pills, would be probably about a 25-minute ordeal. The Mirror takes about 16 minutes to analyze everything once I put the wand into the machine. Conception, I do need to eat first, so I need a quick meal with that one. The thermometer takes all of about a minute and a half. Then after I'm done doing everything, I use my apps and I place all my information in there. So here are some clips of me just doing my normal routine every morning. Yay, they started the first steps to getting my Porsche in, but Florida weather, raining, so they had to stop. But they broke the cement, they pulled the grass. Very excited. If you guys have any ideas and on how to decorate it, please let me know. I cannot wait. I love plants, so please, earthy themed, all that, just give me ideas. So I just finished my first week. I started last Monday to Sunday. I started taking my conception pills, and I started doing my body temperature every morning. So what did I experience with conception? With the temperature, I can't really experience much. I'm just checking my temperature. But what I did notice is that I stay between the 98-degree temperature. Just trying to think hey, how is it going to change? And I don't know how big of a spike is considered a spike. I'm thinking the sign is going to be maybe jumping up to 99 or 100. That's what I'm thinking, but we'll see. With conception, I'm actually excited about this one. So 5 days out, regardless if I'm 5 or if my period comes in 5 to 10 days, whatever, by this point of my menstrual cycle, I'm already starting to feel strong period symptoms. My period symptoms mimic identical to pregnancy symptoms. I'm having extreme lower back pain to the point where it is very difficult for me to stand straight. It is difficult for me to lay down straight. My boobs are hurting. Oh, these suckers just everything hurts. I'm usually getting migraines. I'm usually I'm getting nauseous, I'm getting dizzy, or both. Just think of if you're getting pregnant, the symptoms, I have them, but just for my period. I haven't had anything. I haven't had any of those. I've been taking these pills a week. And when I tell you I have these symptoms, I have had them every single month for almost a year. So the fact that I don't have them, to me, it's not a fluke. It's not well, maybe I'm just having an off month this month. No, I've had almost a year to analyze my body and see, okay, these are now my normal period symptoms, to know those are normal, and now I don't have them. So I really had done absolutely nothing different to my diet other than starting conception. Those pills, I can already see the differences making in my body, and it's been only a week. So I am beyond excited now. I hope you liked the week. Like I said, this is my very, very first vlog. I've never done this before. So I would love some advice. Tell me what you liked about what I showed you throughout the week. What you're don't really care, don't really need that much information. Or tell me if you want anything else, or if you want me to dive more in depth about something. But just let me know. Just let me know, and I am going to cater to those, because I want you to be part of it, and I want to give you hope, and I want you to be aware of what's out there if you're on your fertility journey and what you're trying to do as well. So Thanks for watching. Make sure to keep tuning in, subscribe, hit the little bell so that these videos can pop up once they're released, and you can give them a watch and hopefully learn some things about it. But thank you guys, I appreciate it, and see you next week.